welcome back to my channel. Subscribe right now if you haven't already, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. So let's get to it. For those of you who don't know, David Ginola is a former French international football player of absolute world class. Now during the 90s, Ginola's heroics in the Premier League captured the hearts of many people, including mine. Yes, he was my first crush, and there's no denying his stunning Hercules-like looks. Aside from that, as a young Newcastle fan back in the mid-90s, it was a really special time for me to appreciate Ginola's instrumental role in the Entertainers under Kevin Keegan's management. He went on to play for Tottenham, Aston Villa, Everton. He retired in 2002. So in this video, let's relive 5 of the best David Ginola memories that made him a football hero. So it turned out to be the best season of his career. He'd just completed his first full season at PSG, and at the end of 1993, he won the French Footballer of the Year award. Fun fact, he's actually the only Frenchman to be Player of the Year in both France and England, and that was in 1993-94 and 98-99 respectively. That season actually ended up being quite bittersweet for Ginola with regards to France's FIFA World Cup 94 campaign. So Gerard Houllier publicly blamed Ginola for a defeat against Bulgaria, which eliminated France from the World Cup. So Ginola's fantastic performances for PSG continued throughout the 94-95 season. He even played a part in helping PSG knock out the reigning champions Barcelona, and that was in the 94-95 Champions League quarter-finals. So understandably, Ginola attracted a lot of interest in Spanish giants before leaving France to sign with Newcastle in 95. His displays in European competitions between 92 and 95 against Real Madrid, Barcelona, they'd attracted a lot of media attention in Spain, but luckily for us, it was Newcastle who got him to sign on the dotted line, and he headed over to the Toon. That brings me on to highlight, at just £2.5 million, Ginola was an absolute bargain for Newcastle. Bearing in mind the summer of 95 involved heavy spending at the club. So Les Ferdinand, he arrived for £6 million. We also signed Warren Barton, Shaka Hislop, just to name a few. I think everyone will agree that at just £2.5 million, Ginola was one of the greatest value deals of the 90s for Newcastle. It was the start of the season, and Ginola was an instant hit at Newcastle. His blend of skill and inventive wing play, it was really exciting to watch. He literally hit the ground running, and we saw some sensational performances. Newcastle won their first 4 games of the season, and Ginola won the Premier League Player of the Month award for August 95. Although a second place finish in the 95-96 season was disheartening, it really was Newcastle's strongest league performance in years. Ginola, he just fit in perfectly with the dynamics of the squad, and he was a part of all the magic created by the Entertainers. In 1996, Sir Bobby Robson, who was managing Barcelona at the time, he made a personal move for Ginola, and he called him to discuss getting him over to Spain. Newcastle, they refused to let him go, and obviously I'm pleased that he stayed. It was a really exciting time to be part of the squad because of the arrival of Alan Shearer that year. Ginola's unique flair, it didn't gel with every manager's approach. For example, after Kevin Keegan resigned and Kenny Dalglish replaced him, things really took a turn for Ginola at Newcastle. He evidently wasn't part of Dalglish's new plans, and he was sold on to Spurs in July 97. George Graham, he appeared to have issues with Ginola later at Spurs, and he publicly labelled him as a single-minded player, even though his 98-99 Premier League season was a pretty remarkable one. He came away with the PFA Players Player of the Year award and the FWA Footballer of the Year, and that was at the age of 32. Even if Ginola wasn't a team player as such, I can appreciate that he enjoyed to thrive under Kevin Keegan in his Newcastle days. He refers to him as an older brother figure in interviews, and he said that the freedom Kevin gave me, I never had that in my entire career. He didn't want to enclose me in silly tactics. Ginola even said himself he didn't play for that long at Newcastle, but the 2 years he did spend there, it felt like 10. He speaks so fondly of his time at the Toon, like the passionate fans, his sense of belonging, his reluctance to leave. I just think there were some big ambitions and magical football played in the mid-90s at the club, and we Newcastle fans will always remember David Ginola playing a big part in that. Well, that's about it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tribute to the great Ginola. Comment below who you think I should do a video on next, and make sure you subscribe to see it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.